Hello YouTube, it's Mr. Rivera, back again at the layout. This time we're a product review from Broadway Limited. This is the Paragon 3 ES44AC locomotives. This is the second run from Broadway Limited. We're going to be taking a look at some of the differences, even though not much has changed in terms of the tooling. But the cab figures on the first run, there were two of them in this run here. You'll notice that inside the cab there are no cab figures in this version. And in this version, the second run, they have all 6 major railroads now, so you can get the Canadian Pacific, Canadian National. Of course, you see here I have the CSX, the Norfolk Southern, and BNSF versions. They are available in 2 road numbers and each road name. So you have 2 versions of each to choose from. So let's dive in a little bit. I'll show you, some of the variations up front, some of close variations, and then we'll see and take a listen to how it sounds. Here, taking a closer look at the CSX version, you will notice that, especially most of us, when CSX fans, notice this really to be a problem. You look at the lightning bolt on the CSX version, you can see it's pointing the wrong way. I took a look at the photo of the actual prototype, and the lightning bolts on all of the CSX locomotives, especially the AC traction ones, are all facing to the right, not to the left, on the right side of the cab. So this is obviously a big mistake from Broadway Limited. I don't know how did they overlook this one, but everything else on the engine turned out to be okay. As far as all the antenna variations, everything looks fine, but this is one of the biggest, I would kind of say, screw ups I've seen from a large company, especially a company like Broadway Limited, who's been known for prototypical accuracy. Now we're taking a look here at the BNSF version. Again, everything here is really nicely painted, detailed. Everything looks really good on this model. The BNSF version, even though this has been a known kind of issue with the Broadway Limited decoders, it does have the flashing ditch lights, even though it's not supposed to. My Union Pacific version from last year's run also has the flashing ditch lights. That's very unique to the Paragon 3 decoder. Like I said before, this just minor issues that are not as prototypical accurate as accurate as the prototype, but it's not as bad as the CSX version. Alright, so taking a look here at the Norfolk Southern version, you will notice I have it pointing at the rear of the engine. When I called Broadway Limited, because I had issues with the ditch light not coming on, I came to find out that I spoke to the lady there, and they said that the ditch lights were non-functional on this model. So unfortunately, I find that to be a bit of an issue. I don't know if that's a decoder issue as far as the lighting functions, or is it because just the tooling, because it looks like there's no after I looked at the chassis of the engine, there's no place for them to run wires or even kind of a fiber optic line to run ditch lights to the rear. Is this a big deal for Norfolk Southern fans like myself? It kind of is and then isn't, because you don't honestly run the engine in reverse that often. But looking at the MTH and obviously scale trains and all the other Norfolk Southern variation, because this is unique to this model, I would expect a company like Broadway Limited, remember, for this price point, you're talking about an engine that's supposed to be what I consider at the top of the line. When you talk about Paragon 3 and all the Paragon lineup, this is kind of the prototypical top of the line. And looking at the CSX version, as they dropped the ball with the lightning bolt, you kind of see that this is kind of I don't know if this is a way of them kind of trying to sweep it under the rug. I don't know if it's just some way of getting by, or it's just an overlook on the tooling. But when you're talking about different variations of the GEVO and you're not making it functional, and for this price point of $250 for this engine, I don't know if that I can say that's acceptable. But needless to say, for me, I'm going to keep the engine. I like it, but moving forward, I would like to see Broadway Limited at least make the attempt to make the engine as close to prototypical. So hopefully that they'll if there's a big pushback on it, maybe they'll make some changes in the tooling. You do have to keep in mind that this engine does have smoke, and it does feature the Paragon 3 obviously with the Rolling Thunder. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, because they obviously incorporate more technology into the decoders than some of the basic ones. But we'll have to definitely see what they do again for the future in the tooling. So now let's listen to the startup and the sound sequence. So there you have it. There's the quick review of the Broadway Limited GEVOs with smoke and Paragon 3 Rolling Thunder. I like these engines. As you can see on the way it operates straight out of the box, Rolling Thunder, you're not going to have any issues with any of the Paragons. They run so smooth out of the box, very comparable to the ESU decoders, and that's one of the biggest features that Broadway Limited brings to the table. However, some of the tooling issues and the mistakes that they have made on some of the detail is, to me, I think that's a big misstep, especially for a company looking to do a modern engine, and for especially a multiple road release like this. It kind of, especially on the second run, I think this was something that I don't know who overlooked it, but they didn't catch it. So I guess on its the final production, I don't know how that happened. But either way, it's still a decent GEVO. I mean, I don't know if you like to smoke and you have obviously a Rolling Thunder subwoofer and sound system, you would definitely want to get one of these. But if you are kind of on the fence, I don't know if I would wait for a third one maybe, or if you can still find these. They're still available at Train World. I will leave a link in the description. And I hope you guys find this video useful, and I'll see you in the next video. And until then, take care.